against the lawmakers who are accusing Trump of racism and spreading division. Dr. Ben Carson is the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. He was in yesterday's cabinet meeting, and he is our headliner this morning. Dr. Carson, Mr. Secretary, good morning to you, and welcome to America's Newsroom. So we heard from many of the lawmakers yesterday, but within the president's own cabinet, did you view the president's words, view his tweet as racist?
Well, you know, I have the advantage of knowing the president very well, and he's not a racist, and his comments are not racist, but he loves the country very much. And, you know, he has a feeling that those who represent the country should love it as well.
3 of those congresswomen are born in the U.S. They're all American citizens, Mr. Secretary. The president suggested that they can go back to their countries, said that they can go wherever they want, but didn't name any of those countries. So what did the president mean? Because he's not taking back anything he said.
Well, I think you can see what the president means by looking at his accomplishments. Look at his policies. You know, under this president, you see the rising tide lifting all boats. You see low unemployment, you know, record low for blacks, for Hispanics, you know, for all the demographics of our nation. Yesterday I talked about the opportunity zones. What's happening in some of these places is just astonishing. And, you know, talking to some of the people there, you know, recently, as I have a tendency to go around and listen to what people have to say, and they're astonished. They said, I didn't think this could ever happen. This could never happen for me. And, you know, just a couple of weeks ago, the president signed an executive order establishing a council on eliminating the barriers to affordable housing. Who's going to benefit from that? So when you have somebody who's spending this much time and this much effort trying to elevate those who are vulnerable and who are suffering in our society, I think we should pay a lot more attention to what they are doing than what anybody is saying.
Two specific questions. When the cameras went away, did he talk about this more in that cabinet meeting?
When the cameras went away, we kind of went around the table and talked to several of the secretaries about the good things that were happening. And, you know, that's another topic. You know, if you go to HUD.gov and you look under accomplishments, you'll be astonished. And there are a lot of great things going on, but we never seem to hear about those.
I understood.
It would be wonderful if we focus on those.
I don't mean to harp on this, but did the progressive congresswomen come up again when the cameras went?
That was not a topic.
I'm going to take you back to Philadelphia on Saturday night. Ilhan Omar was on camera. She was quoted as saying the following: I believe as an immigrant, I probably love this country more than anyone that is naturally born, and because I am ashamed of it continuing to live in its hypocrisy. If you ask anybody walking on the side of the street somewhere in the middle of the world, they will tell you America the Great, but we don't live those values here, end quote. Just go ahead and, based on your life experience, what do you think of that comment?
Well, you know, I have to look at my own situation, you know, born and growing up in dire poverty with a lot of negativity around me, but also recognizing that I lived in a place where, you know, through the help of my mother, who helped me to realize I wasn't a victim, that I had access to all kinds of things, and was able to go on and become a neurosurgeon, now a cabinet member. And these are things that we want people to recognize in our nation. And that's why we want to create opportunities for them. And all the policies that we're now espousing deal with creating self-sufficiency in people, and in those people who cannot become self-sufficient, making sure that we take care of them in the most efficient and effective manner.
Can you tell us a little bit, Mr. Secretary, about these opportunity zones that came up as well in yesterday?